The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Babing, has summoned the House for an emergency meeting on Friday, May 17, 2024. The summon is in pursuance to the Article 112, Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution in response to the petition filed by the Majority Caucus of the House. On May 3 this year, the caucus filed a petition for an emergency meeting to deal with the business that were pending before the House prior to recess. In summon notice signed by the Speaker on Friday, May 10, 2024, Mr. Babing gave Parliament House Accra as the venue for the meeting. And joining us via phone is Dr. Rashid Draman, Executive Director of the African Center for Parliamentary Affairs, CEPA. Dr. Rashid Draman, thank you for your time. You're welcome to Newsbeat. Good afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
So kindly clarify whether the Speaker might have faltered in his response to reconvene the House on May 17. Is it okay to have done that?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I'm saying that the Speaker telling us that on the May 17th, the MPs must come back to the House, following what the majority leader sought to do in court. Is that okay for the Speaker to have called them back on an emergency based on the businesses that they had prior to going on recess?
Well, I think the recall is based on the request by the minority MPs who signed the petition to request the Right Honourable Speaker to recall Parliament.
Right.
And according to the rules, if that threshold is achieved, then the Speaker has no choice but to call Parliament within a certain period of time, and that's what he has done. So I don't know whether there's any fault in this. It's a constitutional matter. The request has been made. If all the right things have been done, then he has no choice but to recall Parliament. He couldn't do otherwise.
Now, what are the issues do you think will be on the burner? We know we had LGBTQ matters, I'm not sure, and then other loans, requests of loans from the executive that maybe the Parliament will have to work on. What are other issues that you think will take center stage?
Well, I think I'm not too sure, but knowing this Parliament, apart from first of all, I think the most important is the request to approve the ministerial nominees that were vetted, and then secondly, I believe there will be some financial, because before Parliament went on recess, there were some loan agreements that were brought before the House that could not be resolved. So I believe some of these would also be on the agenda.
With regards to the ministers who are still on hold, how do you think it's going to be the approaching of the minority? Because they raise certain legal issues backing their reason for turning down the approval of these nominated ministers.
Well, I don't know. I haven't followed what the Supreme Court processes are. And I don't know. For me, I have said over and over, this is not a legal kind of thing that a legal solution will not cut it. It's a political issue, and they need a political solution. So I don't know whether some behind the scenes conversation have taken place, and if they have, then perhaps once they come in, it will just be a matter of the Right Honourable Speaker putting the question. Otherwise, for the legal aspect, I haven't followed that, so I don't know whether that will still prevent anything from happening in terms of the approval of the ministers.
Right. Executive Director for African Center for Parliamentary Affairs, Dr. Rashid Draman. I'm grateful for your time.